All right, you guys. So today we're going into sort of the start of a project, which is my 2024 planner plans. And this is a bit of a weird setup. Now, I have in my hands a 520 page blank notebook from Sterling Ink that I'm going to be setting up for use for 6 months, so January to June. And there's a reason for this. So I need to talk first about my current setup and what a little bit of my journey has been. So I got into bullet journaling and planning in October of 2022. And really, this has been the year of experimentation for me. And what I found is I really love the Sterling Ink Common Planner as a journal, but I also love it as a daily planner. But the one issue that I have is I need for the pages in the back, the blank pages in the back, more than one daily page. So right here I have my actual journal housed here. Okay. And then I have my everyday carry in a half year undated. And I've figured out for the rest of this half year exactly, like I have exactly 1 day per page left because I need to talk about how I do my setup. So I love doing a daily page with a little bit of micro journaling, my to-do lists, but I also love to do fun cover pages. I love to incorporate a spending log. I love to incorporate other things like I've got, for trips, I've got a podcast thing here that I need to set up. I've got some lettering practice here. I've got planning for my Denver trip here. And all these extra sort of nonsense pages add up to more than 1 page per day. And I did the math, and I need at least 6 to 8 pages extra per month. Now, I also journal every single day. So I'm not only planning daily, but I'm also journaling daily. And I'm taking this little stack with me almost everywhere I go. And a part of me would really like to condense this, but I also know I need the dopamine, meaning I need to know that I can finish a book and then move on. So in my head, a book every 6 months is very, very appealing. Now, there are multiple pre-made options out there, but again, they don't solve the issue of a day per page. And I can't fit everything into one notebook for a whole year, which is why I'm thinking of splitting it up again, because it allows me to fit everything in. So hence we have the blank Common Planner B6. Now I know I'm a B6 girly through and through. This is just my happy place. And the only one that's currently in stock is the gold edges. If the white edge comes into stock, I might go get a white edge and set that one up instead because I would prefer a white edge black notebook, but we'll deal. The gold is not going to bother me. It's actually looking quite nice in my full year one here. I like how these pages are looking as they start to get fluffy and full. So I will survive. This is just me hyperfixating. But I want to talk with you about how I'm going to set this up, not only as my everyday carry, but also my journal. And I've mapped it out in very detailed notes that I'm going to put up here on the screen and kind of walk you through this. So I need about 1 day per page for planning and 1 day per page for just everyday journaling. So that's about, for 6 month use, 364 pages. I like to do for my journaling, I have a memory a day because in my current setup, I do in the month a memory a day. I do affirmations in the weeklies, and then I do my daily journaling. Now, if I'm being honest, I really don't need all this space to do affirmations, but I don't know what else to do with this space, so I'm just filling it up, to be honest. And so I need, not for my journaling, I don't need a weekly for my journaling. I just need a month per page for memory a day, plus a day per page for affirmations, plus long form journaling. I need monthly spreads, 6 months for monthly spreads, so about 12 pages. I do use a future log for future planning and notating events and deadlines and things like that in advance so I can see them at a glance. So I'm giving myself about 4 pages. Really, I need only 2 pages for a future log, which is what I did in here because I can do a month, a month, a month, a month, and I'll set up like a full year of future logs if I need to. Realistically, I can do 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, put that on 2 pages, and that's going to be plenty of space, which actually is how I think I have this one set up. I need vertical weeklies because in my everyday carry, I rely on this vertical weekly for my daily journaling. I have horrible working memory with my ADHD. So me being able to look at my week, and what I do is I input my events that I know are happening. And then as the day goes on, I sort of in real time log what's happening throughout the day. So that way, when I go back to do my daily journaling, in this notebook, I have something to reference, which is why I always have these two together, because I can't do this one without this one. I need the everyday carry to help me with my daily journaling, because my brain just doesn't hold on to all of the things and thoughts and feelings and events of each day. And if I miss a day, I need to be able to go back and reference, and so I can come back and reflect. I love doing like a day every single day. I have an entry for every single day of the year in this book, and it just makes me so happy. It's that little hit of dopamine that I need on a daily basis. So we're going to keep rolling with it. In addition to that, here's the text again. I need a monthly spread, and I like to do a monthly spending log too, not for necessarily budgeting, but just to track my spending habits, because again, ADHD, and if I don't put pen to paper about it, I can easily spend way more money than I mean to. I also like to have a date log, so I like to keep a log of the dates that my boyfriend and I go on. I need an index. I'm definitely an indexer, because if I have something important that's happening on the back notes pages, I want to know what's going on. So I need 2 pages at least for an index, which I think will be plenty. And then I also want to do some fun cover pages in there. I want to also give myself some habit trackers. So 2 pages for habit/hobby trackers. Again, I should just leave this thing out. Again, I have there's my future log. I have my quarterly sort of hobby tracker more than a habit tracker here. And then I did a cover page here because this is blank, but realistically I can just do 6 months, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Or maybe I'll change my mind and I will spread it out, because I do actually really like this sort of like new cover page every time you turn to a new quarter, but I digress. It might change until I actually put pen to paper in here. And then I want some cover pages for my journals. And then I have just a bunch of excess pages for nonsense. So the way that I calculated this, I have roughly an extra 50-ish pages for just extra nonsense and notes in the back of the planner portion of this book. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm going to do a cute deco page here. I've already started getting some like fun vinyl stickers and things like that. Let me see, this light is doing weird things. Okay, there we go. Hello. My light is being weird. Sorry if there's a bit of a shadow, you guys. And then I'm going to do like a 2020 cover page / vision board here. And then we're going to have my index. Now, I said I needed 4 pages here, but realistically, I looked at my other one. I only need 2 pages. 2 pages for my index, okay? Now, we're going to get into the future log. So this is where I'm going to split this in half, and I'm going to go January, February, March, March, April, May, do the full year here. So that way I can notate things for the second half of the year and then migrate them into my next book that I'll start in July. I don't have enough that I would need to use this whole thing for 1 month. I really will be okay with this space. So future log, and then I'm going to put a date log here. I won't need 2 pages, but I might like decorate 1 page. Like I might log it here and then do some deco here, which would be really cute. And then here is where I'll do my sort of Calendex style month hobby / habit trackers. Again, I may give myself 4 pages in this. These are just saved for decoration. So I could move these back or just leave these or expand this out to 4 pages. If I wanted to do a cover page, quarter, cover page, quarter. Really, I could do that. Then we get to the monthlies. Now, the way I'm going to set this up, I'm going to do my monthly spread here and then put my spending finance things directly behind it. I'm going to do that for February, March, April, and then May. Okay. So there's my monthlies. And then, June, June spending finances. Then I'm going to do some deco. I have no idea what I'm going to do here, but I'm going to do something fun. I think that's why I'm really excited about this layout, is it gives me a lot of pages to just play with doing tip-ins, doing vellums, printing vision boards. And then we're going to start the weeklies. So I have enough in here to do 26 weeks. And that's what I have mapped out. So I have week 1, week 2. Now, because I don't hate myself, I did pick up, where did it go? Haha. I did pick up 2 packages. So there's 3 rolls in each package of the washi timed tape. So I can do my vertical weeklies the way that I like them without having to write all the numbers, because that would drive me crazy. I am going to be using washi and stickers to kind of help me fill this out. I know it will bulk up the planner, but because I'm only going to be in it for 6 months, I'm okay with adding a little bit of bulk, because this thing, the bulk on this thing really didn't start to get to me until about August, like this month. But I also know that this binding 360 flips. So I'm not going to be putting this in a clear cover, because the clear cover on my full year one that I have actually put more stress on it than had I just left it alone. So I put the clear cover on it to kind of protect this cover, because it does kind of pick up lint and dust and stuff, but it made it worse. What I'm going to do instead is cover this cover with some stickers, I think. Don't quote me on that. I could change my mind. So let's go back to the weeklies. So now we have the weeklies. And then once the weeklies are done, so this is going to be all my weeklies here, we start our daily pages. Now I gave myself 200 pages for 6 months. So this is about 1 day per page, plus that 6 to 8 extra per month. Obviously this will vary. January is 31 days. February is 29, right? This might vary by 1 or 2 pages, but overall, I know that I have, as I'm setting up each month, a day per page. So I could do a goals cover page here, very similar to how I have set up. I love this. I got this inspo from Theory of Lauren. I love this page so much. I think this is so cute, and I would love the concept of doing a cover page before the dailies each month. So I can do that. I have extra pages for if I'm going on a trip that month, I can do my packing list, because I do travel quite frequently, about once a month for probably 6 to 8 months out of the year. I'm going on trips that are lasting anywhere from 4 to 10 days. Just because the nature of my job is I can basically work from anywhere. So I do have friends that are also business owners, and we like to just pick a city, go for a week, visit, work, go to some shows, things like that. So I've got enough dailies here to do a full day per page plus some extra. And here's the brilliant part, is the way that I set this up, because I will be journaling in the back. What I did was I counted my daily journaling pages and my monthly journaling pages from the back. So I have this like space in between of just extra blank notes for whatever kinds of collections or long-term things that I need, or just extra blank notes. Now, again, I have a day per page, so will I need them? No, but I like knowing that I have some room to play. So my dailies will go through here. This is page 200. And then I've got my extra notes pages. Then I'm going to do a deco and journal cover page. And this is where the transition to the journal will happen. So how I typically journal is going to be changed a little bit, but I like to do a memory a day, affirmations, and then whatever nonsense comes out of my head when pen meets paper. There's really no rules to it. Sometimes I fill up a whole page. Sometimes I don't. I kind of decorate it. I put washi tape, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and here, we're going to do a memory per day, but we're not going to do a calendar setup. I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then write the memory out vertically. So it's going to be a monthly layout, but it's going to be different. So I'm going to have January 31, and then I have room to write memories for each day. Okay. Then once I get through my 6 months here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is when the daily pages will start. So this will be January 1. Now I counted my 182 days that are in the first 6 months of 2024. Then I added about 10, just in case I have a day where I need more. So this is 190 pages. So I counted 8 extra pages. So I have a little bit of wiggle room, because I don't know if I'm going to do a full day per page, or let's say if I journal to here, I might start tomorrow's entry here. And I think that that's what I'm going to do this coming year versus making each day its own page. I will do that in my planner, because my daily pages in my planner can get very chaotic, and I know I need the extra room to play on a daily basis. So this is actually page per day plus 8. And I also accounted for the fact that sometimes I need some scratch paper and pen tests in the back, because that I really do need that. So for example, in my A6 notebook, let's say I have a pen that's being a little bit stubborn. I've got, where'd it go? A whole scratch page here of, oh, I need to get this pen going or something like that, and then I can just scribble. And so this is just sort of like a scratch page here. And so is this. So I wanted to make sure I had a little bit of scratch room so that if I have a pen that's being stubborn, I can go and then just have it laid out. So that is my sort of master plan for this. Now, the downside to this notebook is that the pages are not numbered. And my hope is that Catherine does come out with some pages that are numbered, because I will need to go through and number every single page. So before I even lay out anything, draw out the index, draw my lines, things like that, I'm going to go through and number those pages. So I know exactly how to index this. And the first thing that I'll put in the index is going to be, I'll probably start my page 1 here, because this is just sort of, right, cover pages, index, page 1. My future log will be page 1 and 2. Page 3 will be my date log. Okay, page 4 will be hobby trackers. Page 6 will be just whatever I need it to be. If I don't need to log it. And then page 6 will be monthly layouts plus spending logs. Then I'll notate whatever page my weeklies and dailies start on, so I know what the overall breakdown is. And then as I'm filling this journal in, let's say I have a day where I have some important notes, I can index them in the index. And so that is the master plan. It's nothing super crazy, but it's essentially fitting my needs for 6 months for daily planning pages, daily journaling pages, a little bit of memory keeping, plus sort of the dopamine hit of having a blank notebook. So it's sort of like mashing the layout of the Common Planner in with a bullet journal style using the B6 Common Planner, because I do love these notebooks so much. I love the paper. I love the way that the books fluff up. Again, if she ends up coming out with a black white edge with numbered pages, it's going to be game over. I'm going to stock up on getting 3 or 4 of those, because I can see this layout. I can see me using this for 6 months, seeing what went well, what didn't go well for the second half of 2024, and then setting it up accordingly. So that is sort of my game plan. I am going to be doing some videos documenting how I set this up. Probably not the setup itself, but I will do a little bit of setup and then do a flip through / update on it. But that's going to be the game plan here. Again, I still need to decide what I want to do, because I do with the clear cover, because I do want to order a planner cover from Elysian Paper. I do have this beautiful Naya papery cover that I got previously loved from a D-Stash on Instagram. And it would also fit well in here, but it's a little bit up and down. And so I would want to put a clear cover on it just so it holds in there a little bit more. But again, I'm worried about stressing the spine and the cover down here. And worried about when I get to here, am I going to want to whip this out and 360 flip it? I don't know what to do, but I'm a little concerned about this front cover and if my vinyl stickers that I have will stick to it the way that I think that they're going to. So I have some really fun vinyl stickers that I want to use to kind of decorate. I just bought these ones from the Bitter Season on Instagram, and I have this one. And then I've got this beautiful moon sticker. I've got, where's my other? I got a Hex the Patriarchy. I want to decorate this planner, and I've got a few more coming in the mail too, if I'm not mistaken. I've got another one of these. I love these, so I bought a few of them. It's if I see a vinyl sticker that I love and I can just pick up 2 or 3, because I might want to use them on multiple journals. I want to decorate it, but again, I'm worried, will my vinyl stickers stick to this well? Will they stay nice if it's not in a clear cover? Or will housing it in just a cover in general be enough to protect it. You know what I mean? So if you have thoughts on that, let me know. I'm curious to see. But that is the 2024 game plan, my friends. If you want to follow along with the chaos, you are welcome to hang. So that's all for today. Thanks so much.